Alright, so gonna advance slowly, being very mindful about our position on the bridge here. I think it's better tactically if you try to not have as many men as possible, not occupy the easternmost column on the bridge. You see it's a 3-column bridge there. Try to keep as many people in the center or to the left. And you can see why. That way we continue to draw the lizard men and their serpent knight towards us. But when they finally engage us and attack, they're going to be officially on land, out of the water, and minus that extra 50% defensive jump. So I think we have nothing to worry about there, because again, they're eager to get that promotion that's promised but not guaranteed, so they're going to go all out, and in the process surely meet certain defeat. This is how I see it play out in my head, at least. But anyway, time, as always, will be the one to tell the truth. And it's going to be really hard at this point to keep everybody in that command radius. So, might lose 1 or 2 along the way. But that's okay, that's why I gave them a few extra. Now to deal with these fine chaps. Yeah, I don't want to put them in the water because then they're going to be inclined to stay in the water too. And I was really expecting to be able to clean them up without taking any damage, but 'twas not to be. But that's okay. It's only 4 lizardmen, 5 and a commander. We've got 3 separate battalions over here. I think we're going to be okay. And just deciding, do we want to attack him so soon, or do we want to wait? Finish up his men first, because Serpent Knights, even on land, can be a bit obnoxious. Their defense holds out pretty well, and they have a high attack, so. And then we've got a fighter still, Croc Knight, which is a class below him. Yeah, it's going to be a little rough. They don't help. They hurt. They bite. They make the thing say ouch out loud. And we're fighting in the water, but it's fine because it was 10-5. The end result is we still have 6. See, 4-2, 10-10. Just block him off a little bit. Maybe distract him even. Don't want him going after Thorn or Chris, I know that much. Speaking of Thorn, our good buddy, please, in 1 equals 7. Thank you. He's getting closer, guys. His time has nearly come. And here is Chris stepping up to the plate. Knocking him right out of the park as always. Go, Cleric, go! Yeah, we're definitely not attacking with them. That would just be a waste of men. And what would I tell their families? You guys, if you can get healed up. Far away from the action for now. That's good. Now her guardmen do pretty okay, surprisingly, against lizardmen, which we might have noted in scenario 1 with Jessica, which I'm almost 100% sure was the reason why they positioned her where they did, just to show off that particular feature, that the guardmen actually can hold their own against lizardmen. It's pretty 1-to-1. Lizardmen will usually take them out, but they get taken out along the way, so it's better than the alternative, which would be them just performing a clean sweep of a guardman. And Albert there still has all his men holding out for just a little bit longer. We're on the way though, so I'm not too concerned. Even better, he also hit level 7. So that kind of makes me a little sad though. We've had Thorn all this time and he's just hit level 7. Albert just showed up and he just made it, so. But it's fine because this is later in the game, so you would expect and hope he would be a later level, so that's not really too bad. We just haven't been in a good position to make use of Thorn just yet. And I've really just been prioritizing the people who started out a little bit weaker. Narm starts off needing a lot of help. but it's fine because she's going to be more than worth it. She's already been more than worth it, but I'm just saying the big payoff is coming up really soon. Let's see, we're on scenario 7. Probably not scenario 8. Just because she's still got quite a few levels to go, though that is a very good scenario for leveling up whoever you want to get more experience, which we'll see next, of course. I'd say scenario 10 at the absolute latest. Narm will get her final class, the way things are going. It'd be nice if we do it before 10, but at the absolute latest, that's when it'll happen. So we don't have too much further to go. And then as soon as she finally hits that point, I can focus a lot more energy towards other characters, because I've really been focusing on her, but it's only because getting her promoted really helps out some of the other characters, because then she can basically act as a guard for those who need it. And we get her early enough to where it just makes sense to get her promoted sooner too. I mean, Leiden, he's also going to get promoted pretty quick too. He'll probably be making his final class. Well, what am I saying? He's already made his final class, so there you go. So we don't have to worry about him. And naturally, Chris, we want to focus on Chris too. Jessica, she's very weak defensively, so she's another person I tend to prioritize with the levels and experience, try to get her boosted up as quick as I can. Oh, they're down to 2 now. Not looking good. Have seen better days. But it's okay. They still have support. Both in terms of the environment and their comrades. They're not alone in this. Don't lose hope, guys. Look towards the sunset and you just might see us riding up. And we're at turn 4. Making decent progress. I could send her forward and she'd probably be okay, but don't like her being at 6 health. Makes me wonder. Yeah, we'll do it though, because we have other targets to send their way. Not worried about the Serpent Knight at all. That's what Jessica's for. As long as I have her completely surrounded by men. Because again, she has magic. She can attack from a distance, do a little bit of damage across the board. So it's one of the biggest advantages she has. And we're making fine use of that if I can. Yeah, get all these soldiers up here. And you can't really go any further, so that's alright. And didn't I say I was going to be talking a lot less? Yeah, I need to take it down just a notch. Don't need to overexert. Have to preserve. And just making sure we stay within Leiden's command range. I guess we'll have to put him there. One person I'm not worried about in this fight is Leiden. I could throw him out there completely on his own to solo the division, and he'd probably be just fine against virtually anybody on this map. Don't think I have to do that. I'm not going to resort to that, but if it came down to it, I think he'd be fine. But what would his men be without him? See, that's the thing. We don't leave them stranded. Can't do that. Obviously for Jessica, we want to keep her surrounded. I'd like to keep it to where she can be attacked from one spot up front there. Just hoping that she'll be able to take them out in one go. Again, her defense is low, but her attack is very high, so we'll see how it all goes. Now back to lovable Captain Taylor. Gonna see if we can kind of tempt him a little bit there, as well as block him off, permit him from getting back in the water. He's made his bed, now he has to lay in it. I hope he likes it. And we got 4 left. I'll take it. Looks like he's got 1 lizardman left, so he's probably going to take out some of my troops, but I think that's about the most we can expect from him in terms of a threat. And it's inevitable. You're gonna lose men in this game. It's gonna happen. You can't save all your men, so that can't be the end goal. If you want to succeed, at least. Forget about it. I guess if you really didn't want to throw any men away, you could just solo every battle with your generals, just send them in by themselves. In certain situations, that's not only doable, but it's probably your best alternative. But at this point, most of them are not nearly strong enough to deal with what we're dealing with, so not for a second entertaining that notion. Now, it would be better if we drew him further in the land so that we could attack him ideally from a few positions in the trees. Maybe get him in a patch of green, far from that blue stuff that he loves so much. But again, even on land, they can be a bit resilient, so I think we're just gonna have to take what we can get for the sake of time saving, at least. Though maybe in the long run it would save more time to actually do that, you know. Strategy, it's funny that way. That's why they're always telling you don't take that shortcut in the dark, narrow alleyway. It might not be worth the trouble. And again, Albert's men putting in that work. Yeah, they must have spent a lot of time at their fortress. They're very attached to it because they're really doing everything that they can to keep it safe. Or maybe that's just the laws of self-preservation taking effect. I'm really not sure. Either way, I am thankful. And I am watching these lizardmen to see what they do. Hoping Jessica reached level 9. Thanks, guys. Now can we help her hit 10? Oh, he's got plenty of men. And that's another advantage of the magic using classes, the early ones at least. Their experience meter is so small that they level up very quickly. And that's a good thing. And considering she's one of the characters who has access to that 4th secret class, you know, that helps out even more. If you want to take her that far, that helps reduce your time getting there. Speaking of that 4th secret class, it appears that only the women officers in this game have access to that class, but all of them do. They'll have a particular route that they have to go in order to hit it. For this playthrough, I am not going to be making any of them that class, simply because my goal here is to get everybody to a final class as quick as possible. So by their 3rd turnaround maximum, just so that they can actually get to a higher level in that class, because getting to your final class is just part of the fight. I mean, that's the main goal, but you also want to get them as high a level as possible so that your troops will be more effective in their attack. And if you hold out to that 4th and final class, for those who can go that far, it's just really hard to get them beyond anything higher than a level 1, 2, 3. So yeah, I'm gonna play it a little differently. Now for those who are curious about that 4th special secret class, it's the same for all of the women. You can check it out in the Warsong walkthrough, the one that's up before this, no commentary. Just go around to like the last battle, 2nd, 3rd to the last battle. You'll see one of my characters. I believe it was Jessica, who again known as Kalei in that version. I think she's the one that I chose to make that, so you can check it out there, compare and contrast. I do like that class a lot, but again, it just takes so long to hit it. Really not worried about it right now. Want our people to be powerful now. Can't wait. Stomp my foot. No. And let's see, how many does he have left? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Okay. Couldn't see the top portion of the map there, but it looks like he has 4 men left. Oh no, he has all 5. He has 5 there, at least. Again, I couldn't really get a clear view. So, if I'm wrong, apologies. The point though is that he still has some people by his side, so Again, don't be fooled. That doesn't mean we can start to relax and take our time. You know, we still want to get over there. And again, we have this group here, again, acting as another distraction like the lizardmen. They probably think we've bitten the bait, but we haven't. It's just that happened to be as far as I can move her, so that's where I put her. But I'm really not worried about them. I mean, they're in the way, sure, I'll deal with them, but... yeah, you're at 5. We might as well get rid of you. Because if we leave you sitting on 5, you're going to run back to your leader, going to hide under his cubby hole, come back stronger, meaner, tougher, and we don't want to deal with that. It's counterproductive. Same with you, and you're in the trees too, so we don't want you getting that defense boost. When a bunch of enemy troops are hurt, I tend to prioritize the ones who are directly adjacent to the commander, because as you full well know by now, they will regenerate health, so I always really would rather deal with them than the ones who are off on their own, because they're going to start their next turn the same as they are right now. Alright, so we're switching things up a bit. Ideally, Narm would be where leading is right now, but because of the way things panned out, we're going to play it like this. As long as I have at least one group getting there to Albert, it's okay. And really, even though archers are 1-to-1, I'm pretty sure Leden's defense and actually his his attack and defense boost to his troops is going to be much greater, so he should do better in theory, on paper. Okay, but let's focus on Jessica here, our woman of the hour. Went ahead and made her a wizard, because that seems logical for her. Seemed the natural progression that she would follow. And thankfully, yes, she took them out without taking any damage. And I'm actually going to have fun with this playthrough, because I'm going to make her something that I've never made her before. Now, unless you've been stalking me or monitoring me, which would be extremely creepy, and I doubt you would, you have no idea what that class is, because you don't know what I've made her in the past. Because she has a lot of different classes that she can become. Much like the rest of the female fighters in this game. Yeah, I'm gonna call Chris a fighter too, even though she's a cleric, because she just kicks that much butt. But I think it's a class that a lot of people make her. But it's new for me, so I'm looking forward to testing that out and seeing how that goes. Yeah, he's completely cornered. If I can work it so that Thorn gets the final blow, that would be ideal. If not Thorn, then Chris would be my backup choice. Taylor is going to have no problems getting to his next promotion, so I'm not prioritizing him just yet. Over the next few battles, he'll be very useful, and because of the layout, he'll be able to get his hits in where he needs to.